Hi there, I'm Michael Cohn from Advanced Tubular Technologies, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can automatically build a tube layout like I show on the screen. This tube layout was built in SOLIDWORKS using automation from VTube-STEP. All we entered over in VTube-STEP was centerline data and diameter and some radii and basic information about the parametrics of the tube shape, and then let VTube take over SOLIDWORKS to build this tube layout. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm in VTube-STEP now, and what I'm going to do is clear the screen like this. And now I'm going to go into part setup, and let's go ahead and enter some basic information. So this is going to be just a demo for a tube layout. And in this case, I'm going to use a 1-inch diameter. I'm looking now at a print that I've created with some basic information in it. And I'm just entering that information here. Let's go down to the radius. I'll enter a 1-inch radius as well as a 1-inch diameter. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it to calculate the cut length. And if we use elongation variables, that it will also use those to calculate the cut length. I'm going to move over to parametric tube data now, and you can see here that I'm in the points tab. So you may look to see this auto build tab here is the default for the way the interface shows up. Just click on points like this, enter in the number of points, which would be the endpoints plus the intersection points, and then hit set, or I press the enter key. So you can go ahead and enter information. So if you have print data, then what you're going to want to do is enter the print data like this. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the print data. So if numlock's not on, you'll want to make sure you turn it on if you're going to use that. And then I'll go ahead and enter this information. And I'm going down the X column first, like this. I'm entering the value and pressing enter, and VTube is moving down automatically. As soon as you get to the bottom of a column, it automatically moves to the top of the next column. Now you push F2 and zoom all, and you'll have the tube showing on the screen. This is the parametric tube, so you can orbit around it if you want. But what's going to happen when you create the tube layout is it's going to start with the main view looking like this. So in VTube, if you don't like the orientation of the part, it's really easy to use what's called a true view transform control. So if I, for example, really want bend 2 to be true, then we could do this like that, and then I'm going to hit zoom all. So now bend 2 is true. But in this case, I really don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just undo that transformation, and we're going to use the print transformation. So let's go into import export, find the draw in SOLIDWORKS 3D sketch, direct connect, which means VTube will take over SOLIDWORKS, and click on that button. And we have part model creation. This is for creating the solid model over here. And over on the right, we have drawing creation, which is for the orthographically projected drawing that it's going to create, or the tube layout. So we have the drawing scale, use the sheet size, or you could use a custom sheet if you want. If you want the orthographic views, the top and the right side, for example, whether or not you want data tables created like XYZ and Bender datum. True bend views, you can turn them on, and you can also draw the entire tube around the true bends, or you could add points before and after, so you can control how many straights are before and after the current true bend for every true bend view. We also have true rotation views. The same thing. You can control the right or left hand. If you have a right hand bender or a left hand bender, you can control which way the rotation views are oriented on the screen. We have an extension line factor here and lockup labels. So you could say, well, I want to see the lockup labels in view 1 only, or maybe you want to see them in multiple views. You can do that as well. Lockup labels are the Z values from the bottom of the tube down to the table surface under the layout. So they give you a true height there in the Z value, and then we have general setup values. For example, when to move over when we're building columns of true views, bends and rotations. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Build the Tube in SOLIDWORKS. Now I have SOLIDWORKS loaded already, but if you don't have it loaded, then VTube will attempt to load SOLIDWORKS, and then it will automatically accept the commands from VTube. And you can see right now that VTube is telling it to build several solid model parts. Each one is going to be used in the orientations for the true bends and the true rotations, as well as for the main orthographically projected view. So you're going to see several parts being created here before it actually starts the drawing, and the drawing is the tube layout. And here's the drawing with the orthographically projected views. So now it's calculating the block-up labels, and there they go. Now the VTube is drawing the point labels, and I'm going to pull back my mouse wheel a bit for you so you can see that it's drawing true bend views here, view 2, view 3, etc. And when it's finished with the bend, it's going to switch over to the rotation views, which is what you're looking at here. And now it's drawing the chart. And now I'm just finishing up the arrangement of my layout. You can see here I'm going to click on this view and wait until the dashed line around the view turns blue. I'm going to click and drag on that, and you can click the whole view and drag it like that. And then I'm going to put a window around the text, and there's a little trick for moving all of the text versus some of the text. And you can see right here I've got an A with a little white box under it. That indicates that a single line would move, and I don't want that. So I'm going to move my mouse pointer until I see a capital A, a larger A, and now I'm going to click and drag. So as long as you have that larger A without the white box, you can drag the entire group of texts with the intent of putting them all together next to the view that they belong to. So that's how easy it is to automatically create a tube layout using SOLIDWORKS and controlling SOLIDWORKS with VTube-STEP. If you have any questions about what you've seen here today, please feel free to email me at support@advancedtubular.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.